Obviously, you knew somewhere inside yourself that you were destined to be famous, because I think it's really a marvelous thing, that visualization thing you did. Do y'all read about this or hear this? That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night
and visualize seeing yourself as...
Yeah, I would visualize,
This is when you were broke and poor.
You know, right.
Write yourself a check? I heard that you did. Is that true?
I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered.
That's as good as money, sir. Those are IOUs. Go ahead and add it up. Every cent's accounted for.
And I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995. Just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out.
Visualization works if you work hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. You can't just visualize and then, you know, go eat a sandwich.
You are far better and more capable of greatness than you think you are. It's human nature for all of us to sell ourselves short on our capabilities when compared to other people. We try to find excuses and circumstances different from our own. We are taught by society that success is for other people. And if we want to survive, we should sit down, shut up, follow directions, and be content with what we have. And it's a lie. Even the most successful people on earth have these thoughts of self-doubt, no matter how confident they appear to be on the outside.
You know, but if you really believe passionately in what you're doing, just you know, keep going. You know, keep pushing on, and then if you don't succeed, pick yourself up and you know, try again. And ultimately, you know, if you're that determined, you will succeed in life.
There are no superhumans, just humans. And what one man can do, another can do. Remember that.
Now with 509 touchdown passes.
Think of anything great that has ever been achieved, and I'll show you a person who understood what it means to stand alone with a dream and pursue that dream in the face of criticism, doubt, and laughter.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
Do you think anyone believed the Wright brothers when they told people they were going to build a flying machine? Whether your goal is to lose weight, build a business, raise your family a better way, or basically anything outside of society's norm, criticism and negativity are going to come with the territory. That's a fact. Success makes other people uncomfortable because it serves as a constant reminder to them of what they could have been had they just done the work. The more ambitious, the bigger the goals, the bigger the dreams you chase, the more criticism you're going to face. The only person you need to listen to when they criticize stares back at you in the mirror every single morning. I think it's important for people to understand that anytime you step out of what's normal in society, you're going to have criticism. So many people follow the traditional plan with no thought whatsoever as to what they really want to do in life. You know, they go to school, they go to high school, they go to college, they get a degree, they get married, they have kids, and then they wake up at 40 years old wondering, what the fuck happened? And where did my life go? And when I think about those things, I think about how much criticism we got when we started our first company when we were only 19 years old to do all the things that you're supposed to do in society. You know, all the people that used to tell us, you guys are wasting your time, you need to get a degree, you need to get a real job, you need to quit, you know, wasting your time with this hobby. And those are the same people now that, you know, they're telling us how good of a fucking job we did and how proud we are. And I think about that a lot. And I think people don't realize that the same criticism that they get for doing anything outside of what's considered normal, that goes for anybody that tries anything outside of what's normal. And I think people need to realize that people are going to talk shit. They're going to criticize. But what's more important? What's more important is that you do what it is you think you need to do instead of changing your path for everybody else's happiness. Because the reality is the people who judge you on doing anything different are the same people who can't fucking do it themselves. And I feel like so many people get so wrapped up into what other people think that they ruin their entire lives living a life that they don't even want to live. Everybody's got to find their own path. And you have to realize that when you get on that path, you're going to fuck up. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have bad fuck-ups. Like really bad. But as long as you're willing to learn and you're willing to take those as lessons about, and you're smart enough to not make those same mistakes over and over and over again, there's really nothing that you can't do. So many people think that success is for other people. They have this little story they tell themselves that there's some sort of success wizard or success fairy that goes around and taps everybody on the head and says, oh, you're going to be successful, or you're going to be successful. And the reality is that's a bullshit story that people tell themselves so they can justify not even trying. If you take success and make it something that's not in your hands or in your control, it's really easy to sell yourself on a story that you have no say, so why shouldn't I try anyway? It would make more sense for me just to, you know, chill out on the couch and eat fucking Doritos than it would for me to go out and try to change the way things are. And I think that the people who are really, really successful in life are not afraid to step outside society's comfort zone. They're not afraid to admit to themselves, hey, this is not what I want. They're not afraid to make the change. They're not afraid to be scared. In fact, the most successful people I know seek the feeling of being uncomfortable far more than being comfortable. You have to be willing to step outside. You have to be willing to admit to yourself that things need to be different. And you have to be willing to do the work. And you've got to be smart enough to learn the lessons. And if you can do those things, there is fucking nothing that you can't do. This athlete search that we've been working on has been one by far the coolest things that I've ever been a part of. You know, on a daily basis, I get to see people who are making a positive impact, who are hustling, who are grinding out exactly the lives that they want. They're not afraid to go out and do the work or do the things necessary to make change. And that's been super inspiring. It's almost turned into a competition of, you know, who could be the most inspiring, which is fucking awesome because I feel like that's exactly what the industry is lacking. History is being made. The people in this athlete search, the people that support First Phorm, the people that hashtag First Phorm, the people that hashtag Legion of Boom, and you know, there's even other companies that are jumping on board now and going out with the positivity message. And I think that's great. I'm not one to criticize someone for doing something I think is good just because they compete with us. I think the more positivity that we can put out there as a whole, the better. And this movement has gotten so strong and so positive and so encouraging that it's made a huge dent in the whole culture of fitness as a whole. It's taken it from a very vain, very, you know, look at me, very selfish type message to a message of picking each other up, a message of support, a message of encouragement, a message of inspiration. You know, I get to see this shit every day. I see people every single day doing this work And it makes me damn proud to be a part of it. We are taking something that has been on the wrong fucking path for so long and literally turning the ship around into a positive direction that benefits everybody. We're making history with what we're doing as a whole in the industry right now. And I'm not talking about just First Phorm. I'm not talking about other companies. I'm not talking about supplements. I'm not talking about working out. I'm not fucking talking about any of that shit. What I'm talking about is the mentality of picking each other up, doing the work together, making each other better, inspiring each other, and we're making it better. And that's something that I think everybody who's a part of what we do, everybody who's a part of our Instagram, our Facebook, likes a photo of any of ours, does anything, even in the smallest manner, to support us, it's all positive. And that's something that I think everybody should be really proud of in terms of that we're making history together. And I think that's the fucking coolest thing that we've got going on. You know, every single month that we look at the athletes that are committing themselves to the movement of making this better for everybody, it becomes harder and harder for us to select an athlete. This month we had probably the best athletes out of the whole entire search so far. Probably about a dozen of them that are good enough to have won any point in this contest so far. And so selecting an athlete becomes an extremely difficult task. But there was one guy that stood out to me this month, and what made him stand out to me was this guy was real. This guy inspires people. He encourages people. He teaches people how to do things and gives them guidance that they otherwise wouldn't have, and he has a passion for it. So much so that when I go to his Facebook page or go to his Instagram, I read his stuff and I'm ready to run through a fucking wall. You know, and that's something for me that is really rare, because I'm usually the guy writing those kind of things and working and pouring so much into trying to help other people and motivate other people. And I know how much energy that takes. So when I can read somebody else's words and watch what they do and see that they're living their lives in the way that's congruent with everything they represent, that gets me excited. It gets me fucking pumped. It makes me want to go out. It makes me want to get in the gym. It makes me want to go be better in anything. It makes me want to read more books. It makes me want to work harder, stay up later, do the things that matter to help make me better. When I can get that from somebody else, it's tremendous. It's something that I think everybody who gets to know this guy is going to really like him.
You already know what it is. All I do is work, hustle, kill. 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 All I do is work, 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 hustle and kill.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan Hansen, and this is my video submission for the first Phorm Athlete Search. I want to give you a little background about myself. I was originally born in Brooklyn. I lived there until I was about 13 or 14. I moved out to Westchester County, which is about 25 minutes outside from the city. And then I moved to the Midwest about 5 years ago once I graduated college. I went to school for business, have a degree in entrepreneurship and small business management. And I originally came out to St. Louis, the Midwest, to take a job at Wells Fargo, Wachovia, on the fixed income trading desk, wearing a suit and tie, doing a 9 to 5. And I lasted about 6 months before I just couldn't take it anymore, and I became a trainer. Health and fitness has been something that I've always kind of gravitated towards since I was about 12 years old. And I wanted to do something that inspired me and that I was passionate about. And working, doing the corporate thing, just it wasn't me. It didn't feel right. I felt like I was just wasting time. I wasn't happy. Originally, I followed bodybuilders and the guys in the magazines, and I felt like if I looked like them, if I was the biggest, baddest motherfucker, that my life was going to be awesome in some way, right? I felt like I was trying to fix an inside problem, how I felt inside, with like an outside solution. And I thought that being a certain size or looking a certain way would help gain the respect and become significant in some way, and, you know, get the attention of the opposite sex, girls or whatever. And I felt like a lot of people do that, and I realized when I got to that point, it didn't make me happy. So I felt something really had to change, both with my fitness and my health, and both with my career. And, you know, my job sucked at the time, and I felt like this is not me, and this is what I have to look forward to for the next 20 years. You know, this desk, this computer, this phone, sitting here. So I made a change. I made a change in my career, and I made a change in what I did with my health and my fitness. So, you know, I love my job now, and you look in my closet, and it's gym shorts and sneakers, and it's not suits and ties. And I wear sneakers to work every day, and I wear shorts to work every day, and I get up and I'm grateful that I'm doing what I love, and I'm surrounded by positive people that appreciate it and are inspired to change because of me. And my clients give me the happiness that I was looking for. And you know, my purpose is to make a difference and to lift people up. It's not about Ryan. It's not about Ryan anymore. And what I think I did was, it was scary. You know, stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out of the security of a salary job, and going into a career that is not always guaranteed, and it's an unstable industry. But I felt like if I was really passionate about it, I would be good at it, and if I was good at it, I would become successful. And you know, it's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's easy at all. You know, to make change. Change is uncomfortable. You have to kind of get comfortable with being uncomfortable to live the life that you want to live. And you know, I felt like once I found my happiness, I could give that to other people. Give the gift of health and happiness to other people and inspire and motivate them. So thank you, First Phorm, for your consideration, and thank you for watching the video. Good luck to all the other athletes that are also competing. I don't want to say that if I don't get chosen, I will still stand behind the company 100%. I feel like you guys are a leader in change. I would love to be a part of that. So hopefully you guys pick me, and all right, thanks guys. I'm out.